client emails in Gmail, project deadlines in Google Calendar, invoices in a spreadsheet, and notes scattered across 5 different apps. If you're a freelancer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You spend more time managing your business than actually doing the work. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete freelance management system in Notion, a client database to track everyone you work with, a project tracker with deadlines and status, a payment tracker so you always know who owes you money, and a dashboard that shows everything at a glance, all in one page. I built this system for my own freelance work and it changed everything. No more forgotten deadlines, no more lost invoices. Let me show you exactly how to build it. All right, starting from scratch, new page in Notion, I'll call it Freelance Hub with a briefcase icon. This is going to be the command center for everything. Below the title, a quick description. Run your freelance business from one page, that's the goal. I'll add a call out at the top with a reminder. Review this page every Monday morning, 10 minutes to plan your entire week. I've found that this one habit makes the biggest difference between freelancers who feel in control and freelancers who are constantly putting out fires. And a divider to keep things clean. Now we're going to build 4 sections: clients, projects, payments, and a quick dashboard. Let's start with the foundation, your client list. First section, clients. This is your CRM. Every person or company you work with lives here. Let me add a heading called clients and create an inline table. I'll start with a couple of client names: Sarah's Marketing Agency and TechStart Inc. Now let me add the properties that make this actually useful. First property, contact. Just a text field where I put the main email or phone number, sarah@marketing.com, john@techstart.com. Simple, but essential. When a client emails you and you need their info fast, it's right here instead of buried in your inbox. Next, status. This tells me the relationship with each client. I'll create a select field with 4 options. Active. These are clients I'm currently working with. Lead. Someone who's interested but hasn't signed yet. Past client. We worked together before and they might come back. And on hold, pause for now. Let me create each one and pick colors. Active, lead, past client, on hold. Now Sarah's agency is active because I'm doing work for them right now. TechStart is a lead because we're still in the proposal stage. Now I'll add service, which is what I do for this client. I'll create a select with my service offerings: web design, content writing, consulting, video production, social media. These are my services. Yours will be different, obviously. Customize these to match what you offer. Then rate as a number field with dollar format. This is what I charge this client. Sarah's agency pays me $500 per project. TechStart would be $150 per hour for consulting. Having the rate right here means I never have to dig through old emails to remember what I quoted someone. And finally, a notes field for anything extra. For Sarah, I'll write monthly retainer, started January. For TechStart, waiting on proposal approval, little context notes that save you time later. Let me add a few more clients to make this realistic. Mike's Restaurant, a past client. I did their web design for $800. Nice project, might come back for more. Design Studio Co., they're active. I produce monthly videos for them at $1,200. And Alex Fitness, a lead, I sent them a social media proposal on May 1st, and I'm waiting to hear back. 5 clients, each with full context. I can see at a glance who's active, who might convert, and who I've worked with before. This is already more organized than 90% of freelancers out there, and we're just getting started. Section 2, projects. Every active piece of work gets tracked here. Let me add a divider, a heading, and a new table. This is where I manage what I'm actually working on day to day. First property, client. I want to know which client this project belongs to. I'll create a select field and add all my client names. Sarah's Marketing Agency, TechStart Inc., Design Studio Co., Mike's Restaurant, Alex Fitness. Now every project is linked to a client. When I look at my project list, I can immediately see who each one is for. Ideally, you'd use a relation to connect this to the client's database, but for simplicity today, we're keeping it as a select. It works perfectly fine for most freelancers. Next, deadline, a date field, nothing fancy, but absolutely critical. Missed deadlines kill freelance careers faster than anything else. Then status. I need a few more options than usual here. Not started for things in the pipeline, in progress for active work, review for things I've submitted, and waiting for client feedback. This is important because review means the ball is in their court, not mine. Done for completed work, and canceled because sometimes projects fall through. Let me create each one. Priority, same as always. High, medium, low. This helps when I have 5 projects due the same week and I need to decide what to work on first. Then, amount. This is how much I'm charging for this specific project. Number field with dollar format. And here's the one that makes freelancers cry tears of joy. Paid, a checkbox. Is this project paid? Yes or no? You'd be amazed how many freelancers don't track this in one place and end up forgetting to invoice clients. That checked box means money in the bank, an unchecked box means follow-up needed. Let me fill out the rest of the projects with all their details. First one, website redesign for Sarah's marketing agency. Let me type the name, website redesign. Now the client, I'll select Sarah's marketing agency from the dropdown. Deadline, I'll click on the date field and pick May 20th. That's coming up fast. Status is in progress because I'm actively working on this one. Priority definitely high. This is my biggest project right now. For the amount, $2,500. And paid, I'll leave that unchecked because I've only received the deposit so far. The final payment comes when I deliver. Second project, monthly video for May. This is for Design Studio Co. Let me select them as the client. Deadline May 30th, so I have a bit more time on this one. Status not started because I haven't begun filming yet. Priority medium for now, but it'll become high once I finish the website. Amount $1,200, that's their monthly package rate. Not paid yet. I usually invoice these at the end of the month when I deliver the final cut. Third one, logo concepts. This is also for Sarah's marketing agency. She's a good client. I already submitted 3 logo options, so the status is review. That means the ball's in her court, not mine. I'm waiting for feedback. Deadline was May 10th, priority medium, amount $500. And paid is unchecked because I don't invoice design work until the client approves the final version. No approval, no invoice. That's just how I do it. Fourth project, a consultation call with TechStart Inc. This one is already done, which feels great. It happened on May 8th. Priority low since it's finished and there's nothing left to do. Amount $150 for a 1-hour call. And the best part, this one is paid. Let me check that paid box. Every time I check one of these, I get a little dopamine hit. It's the freelancer equivalent of getting a gold star. And the last one, social media audit for Alex Fitness. This is the new lead that converted into a real project. Client, Alex Fitness. Deadline, June 1st, so it's the furthest out. Status not started. I'll kick this off once the website redesign is done. Priority high because it's a new client and I want to make a great first impression. Amount $400, not paid yet, obviously, since the work hasn't started. All right, that's 5 projects fully filled in. Look at this table now. I can see at a glance what needs my attention, what's waiting on clients, what's done, and most importantly, what's been paid and what hasn't. Quick pause. If this is saving you hours of chaos, subscribe. Weekly Notion tutorials for people who want to work smarter, not harder. All right, 2 more sections. Section 3, payments. This is where you track every dollar that comes in and every invoice you send out. Most freelancers lose track of who owes them money because they don't have a system for it. We're fixing that right now. Let me add a divider, a heading called payments with a money icon, and create a new inline table. This is going to be simple, but it's going to save you a lot of headaches and a lot of money. Now I need to add the properties for this payments table. First one, client. Let me click the plus to add a new column. I'll name it client. Now I need to change the type to select, and I'll create one option for each of my clients. Let me type the first one, Sarah's marketing agency, then TechStart Inc. Design Studio Co., Mike's Restaurant, and Alex Fitness. 5 clients, same names from my database above. Second property, let me click the plus again. This one is amount. I'll set the type to number and change the format to dollar. Easy one. Now the third property, and this is the most important one for payments, status. I'll set it to select and create 4 options. Invoiced, meaning I sent the bill and I'm waiting for money. Paid, the money arrived in my account. Overdue, the payment's late and I need to chase it. And pending, meaning the work is done but I haven't sent the invoice yet. Fourth property, date. Let me click plus, name it date, and set the type to date. Nothing fancy, just when the payment happened or when I expect it. And the last property, method. This is how the client pays me. I'll set it to select and create the options one by one. Bank transfer, that's what most of my bigger clients use. PayPal, quick and easy for smaller payments. Stripe for clients who prefer card payments. And cash, because sometimes that's just how it goes. All right, all 5 properties are set up. This table is ready to track every single dollar. Let me add some real entries. Website redesign deposit from Sarah, $1,250 already paid on April 15th via bank transfer. The final payment of another $1,250 is invoiced but not paid yet, expected May 20th. Monthly video for Design Studio, $1,200, paid via Stripe on April 30th. Consultation with TechStart, $150, paid via PayPal. And logo concepts for Sarah, $500, still pending, because I haven't invoiced yet since the work is still in review. At a glance, I can see I have $1,250 outstanding from the website, final payment, and $500 pending to invoice. Once the logos are approved, that's $1,750 coming my way that I need to follow up on. Most freelancers track payments in their head or in a messy spreadsheet. Having it right here next to your clients and projects means you never forget to invoice. You never lose track of who owes you, and you always know your cash flow situation. This section alone pays for the time it takes to build this whole system. Now let me add some views to make everything more visual. On the projects table, I'll add a board view grouped by status. This is my daily dashboard, not started, in progress, review done. I can drag projects between columns as they move forward. When I start my day, I look at this board and I know exactly what to work on. The in progress column is my focus for today, and a calendar view using the deadline property. Now I can see all my project deadlines on a monthly timeline. May is looking busy with 3 deadlines in the last 2 weeks. This view is what I check every Monday morning during my weekly review to make sure nothing sneaks up on me. On the payments table, a board view grouped by status, paid on one side, invoiced in the middle, pending and overdue on the other side. If I see anything in the overdue column, that's my #1 priority for the day. Follow up, send a reminder, get paid. The pending column reminds me to send invoices for completed work. Last piece, a simple monthly summary at the bottom. I write this manually once a week during my review. Active clients, 2. Projects in progress, 2. Projects in review, 1. Total paid this month, $1,550. Outstanding invoices, $1,250. Pending to invoice, $500. 6 numbers that tell me the health of my freelance business. If paid is high and outstanding is low, great month. If outstanding is growing, I need to chase payments. And I always set a monthly goal at the bottom. This month, invoice all completed work, follow up on outstanding payments, and send proposals to at least 2 new leads. Having this written down where I see it every day keeps me focused on growing the business, not just doing the work. That's your complete freelance system, a client database so you never lose track of who you work with, a project tracker with Kanban and Calendar views, a payment tracker so you always know your money situation, and a monthly dashboard to keep the big picture in focus. 1 page, everything you need to run your freelance business. The full template is free in the description. Duplicate it, replace my fake clients with your real ones, and start using it this week. If you also want to track your personal finances, check out my budget tracker tutorial. I'll link it right here. Drop a comment and tell me what kind of freelance work you do. I'm building more templates for specific industries, so your input helps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.